I'm feeling good.
Shannon Sharpe and black women, stand down. This ain't for y'all. This ain't got shit to do with y'all. Shannon Sharpe, who is a 55-year-old ass man, was fool-out line with, at that time, a 19-year-old white girl. Her frontal lobe wasn't even developed. It develops at 25. Shannon Sharpe is also the same black man that said he wouldn't even pay $200 to take your black ass on a date. He said that's actually too much. That's what he said. But that white girl said it was $25,000 per cheek. I guarantee you he was paying them. Yeah. Mind your business. And also the text messages that he shared. He shared of them communicating, of the race and the language that she was using against his black ass, and he was accepting it because it just so happens it turns him on. He has a fetish of being demonized and tortured by white women, young ones at that. Black women, especially you dark black women, bag back, touch grass. Drink some water. Go and get yourself a cocktail. Mind your business. This ain't no safe space for no old ass man that like to fool la la with young girls. White ones at that. But young girls as a whole. Because I would still feel the same if there was a black girl that was 19 years old.
First of all, I want y'all to stop calling Shannon Sharpe Unc. That is grandma. Okay? Second off, he loves to hide behind this excuse that he can't find a relationship because of how much money he has. Well, the whole time, that's the only thing he has to offer. That's why he goes after these young-ass girls. That's all they care about. Oh, are you going to pay $25,000 for each ass cheek? Are you going to fly me out? That's all they care about. We've seen on all of the TV shows he has or all the podcasts that he's not a conversationalist. He has a very elementary school personality. It literally sounds like you're talking to an 8th grader when you're talking to him. He cannot hold no real woman or no grown-ass woman's attention. And that's the thing. He probably has tried to date people his age, but he found out, when he really meets some quality women, that money is not everything. You actually have to not be a lame, because that's what he is. He's a lame with money. Now he's like, oh no, it's hard for me because of my money. No, it's hard for you because of everything else. Your money is never the issue. That's why you're going to fuck with, you feel me, granddaughter in there. Because it's not even, it's granddaughter.
Men in their 50s like Shannon Sharpe pursuing women that are 18 and 19 reminds me of this clip.
What's your age?
I'm 18.
Now. I just turned 29, but I love teenagers. I love teenagers. The 18-year-old ones, they're like, hey, let's watch Death Note. You have a car. You know, it's so much hotter when it's like fresh.
He couldn't even see her to know if she's attractive or not because that wasn't the point. He reached out and touched her once she said her age. Notice he even does a childlike voice. He knows he sees a woman that young as a child, and that's why it's creepy. And he's 29 saying that. So Shannon at 56 years old, I'm sure he's saying that in his mind too. So all these men out there talking about, no, we like much younger women because they don't have baggage. No, they're easier to manipulate, and you know that. They're much easier to impress. But you think you can fool a young woman? It's predatory in nature. For the men out there comparing Shannon Sharpe to Tracee Ellis Ross because she's saying she dates younger men, she's not talking about teenagers, but you are.
Shannon Sharpe is old enough to be my daddy. And if he was my daddy, when he gave birth to me, not gave birth to me, y'all know what I mean. If he was my daddy, he would have had me in his 20s. And I'm too old to be dating a 19-year-old. So that's how old that man is. That's how old he is. Too old to be messing with a 19-year-old girl. So if y'all don't know, Shannon Sharpe, host of Club Shay Shay. He did the viral Cat Williams interview, ex-NFL player. Shitty Shannon, that's what's up, because he in some shit, so we can call him Shitty Shannon. Has been hit with a lawsuit from a 19-year-old girl he was dating. for all kind of nasty race play and all type of other stuff. Some text messages that I don't want to relive. You can go find them yourself. I'm not putting them on here. Already threw up in my mouth already. So anyway, he been hit with a $50 million lawsuit. He tried to settle for 10. They said no, because Tony Bugsby's the lawyer. You know he after that coin. Shannon Sharpe, remember he released the audio got released of him having sex. So basically, we're on offense number 2 of some sexual stuff that he's done. Shannon Sharpe is too old for this. Shannon Sharpe is the type of person that he don't need to be famous. He got too many skeletons in the closet at this point. It's been too much. At this point, when you got this much stuff going on and you're not a sexually disciplined man, you need to go ahead and not be famous. Like, you did your NFL career, now you want podcasts and be on ESPN, but you can't control yourself. You are not sexually disciplined enough to be famous, Shannon.
Can we stop normalizing pedophile behavior? We're so focused on the Shannon Sharpe situation, talking about, oh, the girl trying to sue him for $50 million. Fuck all that. Let's talk about how a man in his 50s was trying to have sexual relations with a girl who's 19, who could be his daughter. Let's talk about it. And you can, like, we so much normalize this behavior. 18 and up? She still has the mind of a child. She was just in high school last year or a year before. OnlyFans or not, you already know her mind's already messed up, that she's even doing this type of occupation at that age. So you already know she's already traumatized from whatever the fuck she's been through to even allow her to be down this path. And you trying to take advantage of that so she can stomp on your knob. Okay? But this is so fucking common with these men being so old dating these young women. And I'm not even going to give the women a pass neither, because y'all very much be on some pedophile shit too, and it gets overlooked because y'all women. But I noticed that a lot of men in the industry, they don't date women their age. They don't mess with women their age. I don't even think they find them attractive. Like, I would never forget, like, this guy I had one on a date with, who was, I guess, still I would consider him somebody. That's not the point. The point is, he had a child the same age as me. Why would you want to go on a date with me? Mind you, the time that he met me, he was around people who were in his age group and decided to single-handedly point me out to say, I want to go on a date with you. That says a lot about the people who coddle this behavior. You think R. Kelly was able to do these things in peace without everybody around him not participating or acknowledging the fact that it's weird but being accepting of it because they're participating of it? That shit is weird. Stop normalizing that behavior because somebody has status or money. Because if he was a regular Joe Schmo, Jerome on the fucking corner, niggas would have been calling him dirty and nasty. Let's keep the same energy for the niggas with money. They're weird. They're pedophiles.
The industry knew about Shannon Sharpe, which is why Monique said, stop messing with young girls, Shannon. And Cat Williams said, he's too scared to mess with white girls because they're going to ruin your career in a weekend, 2 weekends, and have you running down the street like Jonathan Majors. But what did Shannon say? He don't give a damn. He gonna keep doing it. So his career is ruined within 2 weekends. All the support, love, and expectation he got within his own culture and community is gone because he wants to mess with young white women. And it had to be well known because it's just too specific. And hindsight is 2020. How long are we gonna keep calling Monique and Cat Williams crazy? It was like, we didn't realize that he was blasting Shannon the whole time that he was blasting everybody. And if you go back and watch the interview, I'm noticing how uncomfortable Shannon was, and he was shifting in his seat and moving around, and it's because he was talking about you. So now you running down the street like Jonathan Majors. No one learns their lesson ever. Ever. This has happened to every person since the test of time, and y'all keep doing it. I don't know why y'all want to humiliate yourself, why y'all don't have no discipline, self-control, nothing. I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to...
I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but Shannon Sharpe, you were 36 when this young woman was born. 36. You had a whole football career and retired when she was born. She was born in 2004. You were born in 1968. You was born the same year that MLK got assassinated. Why are you talking to somebody that was born when George Bush II was president. The second. This girl's younger than me. And you're doing this, so she's trying to attack a black man. She's trying to attack a black man. You can't be pro-black and date outside your race. I'm sorry. I'm not one of them people that believe you can be pro-black and date outside your race. And also, I don't get this obsession with y'all dating outside of y'all's age range. If you're a 56-year-old man, the least you should be dating is like 38, 39. And that's pushing it. It's so many beautiful older black women that's 50, that's 40. Why are you dating a white woman that is 2T1? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I hope she take all your money because you deserve it. I hope you deserve to not have a penny left. You weird, sick. And you start talking to her when she was 19. You got a weird. Shannon Sharpe got a weird case. Why?
Now Shannon Sharpe, Uncle Nutmeg, built like a Bluetooth speaker. This man be on TV dressed like a hot comb salesman, but behind closed doors, he giving Kunta kink, allegedly. How you be dressed like Easter Sunday but acting like the Freaknik of the 1800s? You got all that muscle just to be weak in character. You was just on TV crying over Cat Williams. Now you auditioning 12 Years a Slave, the Freak Edition. Not Yes Master, Harder Master. Like what in the Scarlet Oh Hell No is going on with you niggas? You are too old to be playing slave games and race play. You should be somewhere playing Sudoku, drinking a turmeric tea or something. Yo horny historic reenactment head ass. Not the Predator wears Prada. Sir, you damn near 60, and at your big age, the only thing you should be choking is a vitamin. Cause not you out here doing slave roleplay of 4K. What they say, we thought we was getting an episode of Club Shay. We done got a whole episode of Club Shame. Child. His safe word must be emancipation. Cause Shannon, you be safe, brother.
Shannon Sharpe is equivalent to R. Kelly to me. Respectfully. And then some of y'all gonna say, nah, you reaching. Yeah, I may be reaching, but this is my opinion, bro. If you're 60 and you would have intercourse with a 19-year-old, I think you would sleep with somebody younger than that. I don't think it's nothing stopping you from sleeping with a 17 or a 16-year-old. That's just my personal opinion. I may be reaching. Some of y'all gonna say, D'Angelo, you reach. I get it, bro. I get why you think like that. But me personally, I feel like he would have intercourse with a child. Now, has he done it? Probably not. But I wouldn't have him around my kids. I'm just leave it at that. I'm 27. I'm 27. I know some of y'all gonna say, I thought you was about 40. I get it. But I'm 27. And bro, I don't see myself talking to a 19-year-old. What the hell I like talking to a 19-year-old, bro? Like, I just don't see that happening, bro. And this man, bro, he's R. Kelly to me. Y'all can say I'm reaching. I don't care. I look at him as a yeah. Oh yeah, and this ain't just for 60-year-olds. If you 40 and you talk to a 20-year-old, I think you'll sleep with a child, bro. That just, man, I know y'all gonna say I'm reaching, bro. But oh my God.
I do not feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. Actually, nail him to the wall. Men like Shannon Sharpe go after women whose frontal lobe have yet to develop, and then when they prove to you that they are still children, it's, oh, how dare she try to manipulate me? How dare she try to get money from me? Why do you think she was fucking with your old ass? No, really. Why would a 19-year-old go after a man in his 50s who she also knows is only here for a good time? Y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep doing it. It keeps happening because y'all have spent y'all years mistreating women, and then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, they're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense, because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the point where she's like, wait a minute. That's when y'all want to be like, oh, she got baggage, she got baggage, she got boundaries.
And y'all don't want women with boundaries, with self-respect. Y'all want little girls who is going to do whatever y'all want her to do for a little bit of change. You on that phone telling that girl that you gonna choke the shit out of her and that she gonna like it. And now she trying to get over on you and you mad. She's in it for money. She's in it for the money. Where y'all problem is, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all get so full of yourself that you genuinely think this child wants you for real. Men like that scare me. Because what does a 56-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common? Actually, she's 20 now and he's 56 now. So a 55-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common. What? What do you have to talk about? What life experiences do y'all have to discuss? None. And anytime, and I know men are gonna find their way in their comments like, it's legal. If you have to say it's legal as a way to defend your dating preferences, you're a predator. You're a predator. That's like us saying slavery was bad and y'all be like, well, it was legal. That doesn't make it okay. It used to be legal to beat your wife. It used to be legal to rape your wife. Does that make it okay? I mean, it's legal. Because y'all love to be, she legal, she legal, she legal, she legal. And then you know what I always find so funny? When men get to, when people ask them like, well, if you had a 19-year-old daughter and a man in his 50s wanted to date her, would you be okay with that? Well, I mean, if he was going to take care of her and if he was going to, no, you would not. You would not be okay with that. You would think, man, he is dirty. But for somehow y'all can reason with yourselves and think that that's okay. And don't come in the comments talk about Drea, because I think that whole dirty too. I think age gap relationships, any way you shift them, is disgusting. I think in any relationship where there is a significant difference, whether it be finances or age, there is going to be a level of manipulation. If someone has $0 and someone has millions of dollars, power difference. If someone has decades of life experience and someone barely has any, their frontal lobe, their critical thinking skills have yet to fully develop, there is going to be manipulation involved. And it's not appropriate. Y'all be wanting to date children because if you just wanted to date someone a little bit younger than you, whatever. But if the age gap is bigger than the person's age, the age gap is bigger than the person's age, it's not appropriate. No matter which way y'all try to shake it. Oh, well, he could teach her something. She could get a mentor. Get a mentor. Get a mentor. Get a mentor. Not some dirty old man that wants to do whatever they was doing. And then also, let's tap into the big black baby. 1,000%. That's why we have legal ages or age of consent now. because men in their 40s, 50s, 30s were trying to marry 9-year-olds. Old, dirty, washed up men would go seek children so that these little girls, they can mold them and manipulate them and shape them into becoming their wives. It's not if the age of consent was lower, they would be going lower. The age of consent was lower and they were going lower. Men in their 40s were marrying 9-year-olds. And I know people say, it was a different time. It's not a different time. It's just different laws. It's not a different time. It's just different laws. Because I wholeheartedly believe, and this is a hill I am going to die on, any man or woman who has to say, but they're legal, would date a child. But they're legal. It's legal. Would date a child. There's still some states in this country that an old man can marry a 15-year-old with their parents' consent. If you need a permission slip from a child's parent to wed them, I don't know, it might be wrong. But then they'll say, but it's legal. But it's legal.
This Shannon Sharpe situation exposed all you R. Kelly niggas.
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Talking about teenage. Yes, teenage! Why are you talking to a teenager? You grown as fuck. Let me pissed off for no reason. So if the age of consent was 15, you'll still talk to a 15-year-old, you fucking weirdo?
If the age of consent was like 15, I can only imagine what this headline would have actually read with Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is the living proof of why as men, we need to put more emphasis on getting married. And I know he's spoken out plenty of times about failed relationships, his problems with his children because of his chase for success in the NFL. But if Shannon Sharpe was actually married, this would not have happened. Yes, I know married men get in trouble, but the likelihood of this happening drastically decreases. And then on another hand, 19? You're 50, 56 or 57, either way, 19. If the legal age was 15, what would this headline have actually read? To any man that's out there questioning marriage, yes, question. I understand. Shannon Sharpe has probably been through some scenarios with women that would steer him away from marriage. But from my experience, this is why you have to build with a woman. I can't speak on anything that has happened in his past relationships. I don't know. But for me, the woman that I decided to marry is the woman that has stuck with me through thick and thin. The woman that has stuck with me when I was broke, when I was depressed, now that I'm making money, now that I'm like, she has been there for me through everything. This Shannon Sharpe thing has so much for men to really like unpack and unravel. It's crazy.
No, let's have an honest discussion about this because a lot of y'all don't know your history. Race play is not a kink. Race play is dangerous. Many of the people who were unalived by being added to a tree during Jim Crow were in consensual race playing relationships with white people. When those white people were found out, in order to protect themselves from being ostracized from white society by engaging in this behavior, they would turn around and say that the black person they were engaging in it with essayed them or their wife, which wasn't the case. They were enjoying it. There are people who enjoy having their partner have intercourse with a black person and pretending like that's ruining her body because they think of your body as something as nasty, dirty, or filthy. So when they were caught, rather than taking ownership that they were a part of a consensual relationship, they turned on the black person. And this unleashed racialized violence into the black community. So that person would get unalived, and then there would be heightened tensions. They would be looking for other black men who were possibly looking at white women too long. It would increase the chance that they would unalive somebody else and put them in a tree as a reactionary thing because of that person turning on their black partner. So when y'all sit up and try to act like this is okay and that it doesn't endanger other black people, it's a lie. It has historically. It still comes down on all of us. It still puts a microscope on our community when stuff like that happens, and then somebody turns around and says that we are essaying people in that community when they are willing participants trying to save their social status. So no, that it deserves kink shame. You deserve to be shamed if you are a black person engaging in relations with people who are white and they're calling you slurs and they're doing all this stuff because they think you're dirty and disgusting, and that's why they're enjoying it. Because when push come to shove, when they get found out, they're not going to tell people that, oh, we were cool, this is what we were doing. They're going to try to make it your fault. They're embarrassed by it. As much as you should be embarrassed by it, they're embarrassed by it. And they're not going to have your back. And that's why it's not an equal relationship. That's why it's not, oh, well, you know, anybody can do what they want. No, you putting yourself in danger and you putting the community around you in danger by engaging in this, because they're going to turn on you to protect themselves, which they...
Have y'all seen the messages between Shannon Sharpe and the woman that is suing him for $50 million, Gabriella Zuniga? Shannon Sharpe's team released some text messages, I guess trying to incriminate her, but they should have kept them to themselves because they are not a good look for him. Number one, Gabriella told Shannon exactly who she was, where in the text messages she's saying to him, $25K for each cheek. You know, what gets me is these men always talk about the materialistic black women that they don't deal with, but then here they are dealing with a woman that literally is saying $25K for each cheek. Outside of that, I guess she thought it was really sexy talk to say things like, you know, put a big black baby in me. The fact that he was attracted in dealing with a woman that characterized having a child by him as put a big black baby in me lets you know that she saw you as some damn caricature. It wasn't about, oh, I care for you, I want to have a baby with you. Now put a big black baby. And they said that they role played this way. What black man that really loves himself is role playing with somebody that way? I mean, that really says a lot about you, Shannon. And if I were you, I'd pay this woman as soon as possible because she is making you look a hot ass mess out here. Have a good day.
This dating thing, because it's Mo, it's different now. And when you and I,
it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at your.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let
me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I know. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Damn. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he was doing, I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking, and I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you. She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, if he do like that, she said, you let him know I got something for him.
Yeah, I like
she don't have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clack it for me. Come on now. These young gals will bite you.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Come on, Dad.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter.
Shannon Sharpe says he's temporarily stepping down from his ESPN duties. He says his sexual assault allegations against him are, quote, false and disruptive. Sharpe has denied all allegations. A representative for the plaintiff could not immediately be reached for comment.
I wish, after Austin, I wish that I would have had another one right at that, just because he is built to be a big brother. And he just got that part of him. But, you know, she's so young that she could pop out.
Yeah, I'm like, 20. She 23. Darnell. 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell?
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No, because
that's ain't the Darnell Raleigh show.
Love is love.
If you don't,
love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
No. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant.
It's possible.
It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds.
Hold on, she was on Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
You like bad girls?
I made her a good girl. Nigga, say that. Ask me another question.
You like toxic?
I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody made me feel good about myself, that I knew in the future I was gonna have a beautiful son that you was gonna try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about did he see you between Diddy legs. I saw the future of this show before we even goddamn did it. All right? And I didn't break no laws. I didn't know. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21? Thanks for stopping by.
But damn, boy, them bunnies sometimes.
Man, come on, man.
I'm just saying, Lord have mercy.
I just want you guys.
They silent, they don't talk a lot. Oh, man.
Shannon Sharpe does not approve of this.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't be playing that.
You ain't trying to get it. Come on, bro.
Let's just say
trying to get me canceled.
Yo, if you ain't canceled by now, you won't get canceled. Yo, if you ain't canceled by now, you won't get canceled.
And from the heart, this is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
You single?
Damn, you tried to hit on me? I ain't got no money. I'm telling you, I ain't got no money. We gonna be back in Section 8.
That works for me. Shit. Hello.
Hey.
Section 8 saving up.
Hey. We be on the counter with that big old block of cheese with that knife trying to cut it.
Man, as long as we spending time together, I don't even care. As long as them kids going to school, they fat, I don't care. Like, I'm just happy with, like, spending time with my person. I'm telling you, like, that shit feel good.
It feel good?
It feel good.
You ever date an older man?
Yeah.
How much older? What's the 5 years, 10 years? I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I'm saying what?
Like 30, like 20, 30 years. Wait, let me see. If I'm 30, 20.
20 years, so that's 50. So 50 is cool for you. Half my age plus 7. Half my age, I'm about to be 57, so that'll be 28 and a half plus 7.
You about to be 57?
I'm about to be 57.
Okay.
57 minus 7.
That's 50.
No, that's me. That's
You
doing her
said
age.
57. You said
No,
50.
I'm saying what you're supposed to, for a man.
Okay.
You do half his age.
Okay.
Plus 7. So half my age is 28 and a half. I add 7. That's 30. That's 7. That's 35 and a half. So 35 and a half minus 2.
35 minus 2?
Yeah. 33. You 30?
31.
31?
I just turned 31.
Just turned 31?
Yeah, I'm still celebrating my birthday.
Trying to
I hope y'all got me a cake.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, Creature. I'm trying to work the math in my head. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm working the math in my
I'm
head.
a little good with mine, Bob, now.
How we
can
get
add this up.
How we get to that 31, Joe? How we get to 31? Okay, maybe we add an extra year. Half my age plus 8 minus 4. Right on time. That's 31, right?
Okay, let's talk about it.
And this is why we were always taught to keep our hands to ourselves. As I predicted, Shannon Sharpe will not be at ESPN. But what if I told you it's not the 19-year-old that accused Shannon Sharpe of essay that was the straw that broke the camel's back? Instead, it's actually another accuser that has come forward, and a resurfaced incident from Fox Sports with Skip and Shannon's show, where Shannon put his hand around the neck of an employee that actually left ESPN and Shannon no choice. So to fully understand what the hell is going on, let's take it back all the way to 2002 when this lady Michelle met Shannon Sharpe. You see, Michelle met Shannon Sharpe at an NFL press conference. She was a reporter, he was a player. Now, although they met at the press conference, they actually saw each other again at a club, and that's when they started actually talking. Now that eventually led to them meeting up at a friend's house. Running back Terrell Davis from the Denver Broncos, who played with Shannon. While Shannon and Michelle were at Terrell Davis' house, a crazy incident occurred. According to Michelle, Shannon, before they even had relations together, pushed her in a car and grabbed her by the vajayjay. Now, according to Michelle, she told Shannon that was not appropriate and was upset, and he actually got mad at her about that and left her at the house stranded. Now, after this incident, Shannon continued to pursue her, but it went from being good to being bad relationship-wise immediately. And then she started digging into his history and found out this. He was actually charged for battery for physically removing his child's mother. Now, this roller coaster relationship went on for 8 years until finally something horrific happened. According to Michelle, the last encounter they had, she told Shannon no, and he proceeded to go anyway, if you know what I mean. That ultimately led to a non-consensual lawsuit that also carried defamation because she said he tore her name up. Now, Michelle did an interview with 𝒲𝒶𝓎. Y'all need to check out. She went into gory details, but that's not the craziest part. Then we get to this incident at Fox Sports where Shannon couldn't keep his hand to himself again. As you see the headline, Fox and Shannon Sharpe settled for a physical incident with a female. It was hundreds and thousands of dollars. As you see here, before Sharpe's time at ESPN, when he was a co-host at Undisputed, he is accused of a female production assistant in the workplace. And all of that led up to him losing his ESPN duties. But if you look at this statement, something don't sit right with me. You see, Shannon Sharpe keeps saying that the relationship in question with the 19-year-old was 100% consensual. But he is not acknowledging the fact that a 60-year-old talking to a teenager is ridiculous. And just like I predicted, Shannon wouldn't make it out of this week still working at ESPN. I'm also predicting there are a lot more accusers about to come out, and we're hearing that Shaq is digging up dirt and paying money because he has such a beef with Shannon Sharpe. Follow me as I deep dive into this next. What if I told you?
It's funny how as soon as a black man get caught up, you niggas always talk about give him grace. I made a video about Shannon Sharpe, just a comedy joking video, and you niggas got in my comments talking all type of shit when that man was literally caught on tape. But where is this grace when y'all be online dragging black women over eyelashes and Instagram captions, ho? Y'all will find every Bible verse and therapy to save a grown-ass predator, but didn't have a crumb of compassion when it was Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, Serena, hell, even Keke Palmer caught strays. You niggas will crucify a black woman faster than y'all brush. Half of y'all bitches still skip that step. But when it's a predatory black man who we know in the wrong, y'all, oh, we don't know the full story. They setting him up like he wasn't caught in 4K. Bitch, we heard him clear as day say he was gonna choke that little white girl like he was recording a voicemail for Satan. It's crazy. Y'all demand understanding for men who we know do fucked up shit, but give nothing but hatred to black women, including the black women who give y'all life. Y'all show more love to alleged abusers than anything, which is my blowing. And don't let it be, cause bitch, the this. Y'all treat them like public enemy number one, okay, ho? But wanna cry for unity when it's the horrible niggas in the hot seat. Grace ain't free and you hoes definitely ain't earned it. Y'all ain't kings. To keep it honest, I'ma start calling y'all the Bedwinch Battalion. Marching into every comment section, swinging y'all trauma like a purse from City Trends, bitch. Ain't no more saving y'all niggas. I hope black women continue to watch y'all from a distance and sip their tea, okay? Hold y'all breaths, Bedwinch.
It wasn't a problem that the women was asking for money at all. It was just a problem that the black women was asking for money. They black. They don't need nothing. They don't deserve nothing. They ain't supposed to have nothing. They ain't even supposed to be happy. We don't need, you know, that's what they say about us. Our men, that's what our black men say. They don't even want us to be happy, girl. They want to see us struggle. Okay, this is what I'm learning from this situation, is that black men want to see black women struggle. They want to see you struggle. They want to see you hurt. They want to see you suffering. They want to have all the money so they can flash it in front of your face and not give you any and just watch you sit there and try to make stuff happen by yourself. That's what they want. They want to be able to say, aha, aha. That's what they want to say. Yeah, you see how the Lord will start unfolding stuff right in front of you. You know, we've been getting gaslit for the longest as women, but it's finally starting to unfold. Being a gold digger ain't bad. Asking for money is bad. It's only bad if you black asking for it. A black woman.
Give me one valid reason that you will allow your 19-year-old daughter to sleep and talk to a 56-year-old man. There's no way that a man should be able to talk to a young lady that's not even able to rent a goddamn name. She can't even get a hotel room in her fucking name. She can't even buy fucking cigarettes. And you really have grown-ass men on here justifying what Shannon Sharpe did, and only one word coming to my head: predator. Because all y'all do is prey on young people, young kids, young girls, and it's sick. Ain't no way in hell Shannon Sharpe thought that shit was okay. He had to be known in his fucking head that that was wrong, and he still did it, which shows y'all what type of person Shannon Sharpe is, and what shows y'all what type of person these men that's coming on here backing him is as well. Even the people that's around him, his circle, his friends, the people that's on the shows with him, laughing at him, thinking that shit cute, thinking that shit funny. Check him. Check the people around y'all. These men sick. Shannon Sharpe, man, you can get your sick ass up out of our face. We don't want to hear no mother apologize to us, bitch. Anytime y'all get up on here doing some fuck, never sorry before getting caught. Y'all ain't never apologizing to y'all communities when y'all doing the fuck trickle down and fuck up y'all communities. But when y'all community find out, oh, you sorry. You goddamn right you sorry. You a sorry ass mother. Black men in our community always hollering about, oh, we need to leave. We want to leave. Y'all need to let the men leave. Y'all leading everybody to a burning hole of and let you niggas lead the lunch line in 5th grade. And the crazy part about it, y'all bitches don't even be embarrassed. Fake ass. Hey, I done tried to get up on here and make a quick little video explaining the shit, trying to be nice and shit. No, bitch, I'm pissed off, sick hoe. That's it, sick ass. Y'all need to come back shaming these motherfuckers. I'm sick of all this new school shit. Oh, so everybody so what? Everybody sensitive because they know bitches. Don't nobody give goddamn feelings when y'all out here doing that shit like this. Y'all. Talking about leading the goddamn house, leading the goddamn community. Nigga, lead your ass to the mother cell, sick ass.
I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. You're 54 years old. What can a 19-year-old do for you besides possibly be your grandbaby? Like, that can be your damn granddaughter. I couldn't even say daughter, because bitch, you could have a daughter that's 30 or 30 something. Like, What are you at 54 years old doing dealing with a 19-year-old white woman at that? Like, y'all are never gonna learn. We see this same ass story happen so many times with so many different black successful men in this industry, and y'all continue to go after the same type of women, and then you come back to the black side like, oh, y'all stick with me. We gonna get through this. No, we not getting through a damn thing. We wasn't with you when you was getting through them. So no, we not with you for nothing. Y'all need to realize that you need to pick and choose. I don't know if y'all need to start running background checks or what, but it makes no sense for this to happen. Once again, this white woman is asking for $50. $50 million. And I'm sorry to say, the audio she released, it don't make Shannon look good. It's like, not only do y'all be dealing with these women, y'all be playing into the game that they want you to play in, then try to come back and play victim when the shit hit the fan and want to come back to us. Stay your motherfucking ass over there.
So in light of this whole Shannon Sharpe situation, I've really come to the conclusion that there's a good number, an unhealthy number of black men who are okay with being degraded, just as long as that degradation is not coming from a black woman. Let's talk about it. So I'm talking about race play. Now, I'm a believer that some kinks need to be shamed. I'm sorry, but they need to be shamed. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And race play is numero uno for me. It's number one. There is nothing that someone can tell me or explain to me about race play that would make it make sense, especially being a black African-American woman living in the current United States of America. In all of my years on this earth, as a black African-American woman, I'm really starting to believe that a good number of black men are okay with race play. They are okay with the degradation, as long as it's not coming from a black woman. And I see this in so many aspects of our society, in our community, especially with this whole Shannon Sharpe situation. This woman low-key told him, I want you to put a big black baby inside of me. I don't know what it is, but it seems as though a lot of black men, or a good number of black men, are okay with the trope of the big black buck coming to ravage the innocent, poor, demure, whitey woman. And that's a problem, and we really need to start talking about it and holding those black men accountable. And of course, I know there's gonna be people in the comments. Black women do the same thing when they be getting with Tom, when they be getting with Scott, when they be getting with Chip. They be doing the same thing, and y'all ain't got the same heat for them. Number one, black women dating interracially versus black men dating interracially are two different situations. Are there black women that rhyme with spoons out there? Absolutely. That date interracially? Absolutely. But not nearly as much not nearly at the rate of black men who are doing it. Plus, black women have been holding black men down for years. And when you watch podcasts, when you watch those street interviews, when they be interviewing black women, I would say about 85 to 90% of the time, black women are preferring black men out loud in interviews. We state, ooh, the darker the better. But the other way around, not so much. What do we get when black men are asked, who do they prefer to date? I mean, I don't like to cut myself off from opportunities. I date all women. I mean, I like all women. All women. All women. Which more than likely, most times adds up to, I date a black girl or I date black women until a Becky comes along, until Maria comes along, until something better, I feel that is better, comes along and that can give me more status, more security, more XYZ, until they come along. Until I have enough money in my options. So I'm gonna reiterate this point. Black women, we need to stop emotionally attaching ourselves to how black men date. They're gonna date how they date. the people who are lost are going to be lost, and we can't save them. But we have to really look within and find our own worth. And that is the process that I'm in right now. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Sound off, baby.
I always say, and this is no shade to some of the white girlies. Matter of fact, I don't even give a fuck, but I always say, white women are black men's karma. Not all black men. Because you got some of the black kings that just love them. But the ones that be like, oh yeah, they love white women and they treat them better. Not even white women. Any other woman other than black. The ones that be like, oh yeah, because she does this for me, I ain't gotta beg her to cook. You know, she's not argumentative. She know how to shut up. She know how to be submissive. When them motherfuckers get into some shit, aka Shannon Sharpe, I mind my motherfucking business. You wanna know why? Because that's what the fuck you get. It's like, y'all motherfuckers don't learn y'all lesson in nothing. Yeah, like, what Dr. Umar say? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Now, like I said, well, I really don't give a fuck if anybody takes this that shade. But, because it's not really to them, but it's just like, black men, y'all get with these women, especially y'all get with the younger pale color women, and then y'all want to get on this internet where she dog walk your ass, and then you want support, and who you want support from? Okay, so yeah, so like Shannon Sharpe, this is what the fuck you get, because when you're a predator, let's call a spade, you're 50 what, and she's what, 19, 20, you're a predator. Like, what the fuck do y'all men see, like older men, see in women that are, you're probably like 3 times their age? You are a predator. And not only that, these girls be young as fuck. What you think they gonna want from you? What you think? It's a business arrangement. So, like, this shit going on with Shannon Sharpe, that's what the fuck you get.
So she's old enough to be an OF model and an S3X worker, but she's not old enough to be with somebody that is older.
So I think that we all can agree that we've gone way beyond the point of older. Shannon Sharpe is much older than that 19-year-old girl. When I think older for a 19-year-old girl, I think 35. Not almost retirement age. My question is, would you have those same thoughts if that was your daughter? Like, she's 19, supposed to just now be jumping off the porch, not sleeping with some man who gotta take 5 honey packs just to get things started. And she's 19, she's old enough to do whatever she wants legally, but morally and in the public eye, it's not gonna affect her. It's gonna affect Shannon, because Shannon is the public figure. He's in the public eye, so he's the one receiving all the heat. I haven't heard really anybody say nothing negative about her. It's all about him, because he's the older, like much older one, the more mature one. He knows what he's doing, and apparently he doesn't really care how it affects him, because there is no way that this man didn't think if this came out, it wouldn't affect him negatively.
Shannon Sharpe is absolutely not the sharpest crayon in the fucking box. Like, he is so embarrassingly stupid. So he released this statement via X. This is, I guess, supposed to be his official statement. He's saying that he's temporarily residing from ESPN before they fire his ass. And you're probably like, well, what's wrong with this? As you can see, if you have an iPhone, this is a text message. This is an iMessage that someone sent to him. Clearly his publicist, assistant, lawyer, whoever the fuck, he didn't write this himself. Somebody else on his team drafted this up and sent it to him. And I'm sure whoever sent this to him sent it to him with the intentions of him copying and pasting this message and actually putting it out as a tweet. This dumbass screenshotted the text message and posted it. So it's even more clear and evident that these are not directly your words. You probably could have got away with it if you copied and pasted it, but you literally screenshotting this goddamn message. Like, you continuously dig a deeper hole for your big ass to crawl out of. And it's the fact that this is still up. You have not deleted this. This was posted at 2 o'clock. This is f***ing up. Shannon, you are not sharp. You are acting dull.
Still waters run deep. And obviously that's what Shannon Sharpe is. Because you guys were so convinced, clowning on him about his clothes, he was batting for the other team. when in reality, he was doing Michelle and anybody else that he could possibly do. His ex-girlfriend, Michelle, by the way, filed a lawsuit against him in 2023, and she also accused him of SA. See, that arguing during this breakup of where he was cheating on her. During such said argument, he somehow managed to get her in a position on her knees and forced her to perform an act with her mouth. That's what her documentation claims. Her documentation also claims that he threatened her to ruin her life if she ever came forward and made that public. That was a whole 2 years before this latest lawsuit. Now, I don't know if what happened with the young chick is a shakedown or the truth. I wasn't there, you weren't there. But knowing that there was a lawsuit filed from a girlfriend that you had from 10 years prior, 2 years ago, is making everything look really suspect. But it is what it is. As always, I'm sending peace, love, and good vibes. Everybody have a great night.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. Something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
You will tell it. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right there.
Where y'all at? Hey, chat, where they at?
Well, sir, $50 million. I don't know no new no love muscle that's worth 50 million. Then, you tried to settle for 10. What did you do that was so egregious that you wanted to settle for $10 million? She offered you $25K a cheek. Them little old bitty cheeks she had. You know she did that quarter turn? Y'all look at this. That's a quarter turn, y'all. That means her booty actually smaller than this. She flat-chested, and she looked like a teen. Well, she is a teenager. Well, maybe she's 20 now, but she was a teenager. Okay, somebody help me out. Had his chest out. Superman, I date my wage. Chat, let me tell him, listen, I date my wage. You mean to tell me that little girl was worth dating? 50 M's. 50 million. These people asking for 50. Listen. When you talk about leaving a legacy, 50 million? Bro, you done worked your whole career to get where you are, brother. From the football field to all the... Listen. Drake said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. She wasn't. Everything you done work for. This is a valuable lesson to me, and I hope y'all... Listen. The reason I'm moaning so much was because Shannon Sharpe was getting a lot of notoriety as a black man. He was getting pushed out there in the forefront as our uncle. Y'all know that uncle that you love and respect. But even when the people you look up to drop the ball, you gotta hold them accountable. Yeah, we hold them uncle accountable. And this is a lesson for all men and the men to come. And the crazy part is some of y'all see this is still gonna be a goofy. Women don't respect tricks. Go to the strip club and run out some money and see if 99% of the women that's in the strip club stay in your lap or stay in your presence. You're a trick. They there for the money, for the money. That's it. Not you, playboy. They there for your resources of what you have. And Shannon Sharpe literally led with that. date my wage. Sir, this little old bitty girl that was already selling the cuckoo on OnlyFans. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm dealing with a woman, and this when I used to be a thought. Let me just put it out there. When I was in thought mode, if a girl told me that I was dealing with, she wanted to be tied up, I would not return a text or a phone call. Because anything of that nature that's going to happen between me and you, that means I'm going to introduce you to that. It's not going to be your idea. Yeah, it's not going to be your idea. If we do anything on a freaky diggy side, it's going to be because that's what I wanted, what I decided to do. You can't tell me now in the midst of a heated situation and you do it, cool. But you can't send me no. Think about this. The average 18-year-old, 19-year-old girl that's involved want a relationship. They want somebody to love them. I know this is a new era, but I'm speaking about when I was growing up. Because we didn't have the internet. We didn't even have cell phones back then. Okay? They wanted somebody to love them. They were not selling coochie online. They were not saying, hey, I want you to choke me. Hey, I want you to tie me up. The average girl hadn't even experienced all that back when I was young. So even in my adult age, if a woman tell me something, she want to be hog-tied like an animal, she would not get a phone call from me ever again in life. What you been doing to the point where you want to be hog-tied? Yeah, you messed up in the head. Most women want a consensual experience with love. Okay? All y'all women that want to be beat up, BDSM, BSDM, whatever the alphabet y'all spell it, mess. If a woman, you got problems. You been watching too much porn or something. Straight up. You got issues. But, alright. To all you fellas out there, following on footsteps, go ahead and date your wage and see where they get you. I'm out.
Let me holler. Dog collar. I'm suing your black ass for $50 million. Lakers in 5. Nah, Shannon Sharpe actually freaked the fuck out. I thought, my Michelle was bad. Gabrielle, what the hell? That's my Michelle. Lakers in 5. What you mean, baby gravy? Baby gravy? She want me to put a big black baby in her? Is this race play? Baby gravy? Who's the real Slim Shady? Give me that big black baby. Lakers in 5. Unc, I can speak for everybody when I say we've had enough of your escapades. Trick or treat, super freak, $25,000 each check. Lakers in 5. Nothing else for 2025. Matter of fact, for the whole decade. You're cut off. No more. ABA, SGA, make them bitches sign an NDA.
He did it. He did it. Okay, real talk though, he is innocent until proven guilty. However, I do have some questions. Shannon Sharpe, why offer $10 million? Now, I thought about this and I thought, okay, well, maybe you don't even want this scandal to be attached to your name whatsoever. There's obviously clips that came out that doesn't do him any favors. Shannon has also stated that this lady does have recordings and there's more to come out, so it's very much possible he just didn't want any part of it, so here's $10 million. The issue with people like 10 million is a lot. When he came out on his platform and stated that, why not then mention, hey, I tried to offer this lady $10 million and give us your explanation then? Why wait until the lawsuit is out there and then we have to hear from the other party that you offered her $10 million? And then that's when you get on your platform and then you state, oh, this is a shakedown. It just feels like you should have had come out with this sooner. I'm also not really loving how he's handling it, saying it's because I'm being attacked because I'm black, and then attaching his name because of the attorney to, Diddy, and it just, why would you want your name attached to that? No, compartmentalize all of that. Yes, people will do it anyways, so maybe that's his headspace where he's at. If Shannon did do what the lady is saying that he did to her, then he deserves everything that he gets. Listening to the recordings, listening to just looking at the text messages that Shannon put out, so far as I'm filming this, the stories can go either way.
You know what I mean? Because looking at this lady says, oh, Shannon said that he was going to 𝒲𝒶𝓎 me. And then looking at the text messages, it does appear that the two had an intimate, aggressive relationship. So it really could go both ways right now. But what about the footage and the text messages and recordings that we will see and hear later? What are those about? Because I have a feeling that that's the reason why the man offered her $10 million. And as a female, I always want to believe the victims, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that there are women out here in these streets and men who are liars. So it's so hard sometimes in these situations to be 100%, oh my gosh, I believe the victim, because, you know, we've seen cases where it turns out they're a fraud. At this moment in time, I do want to see and listen to everything that's going to come out. But right now, I'm not really feeling how Shannon didn't disclose earlier on when this situation came about that he did offer this female $10 million. That's kind of weird, don't you think? What do you guys think?
Oh no, Shannon Sharpe. Don't come over here bothering the black people now. You was over there playing in snow like you couldn't get pneumonia. So I'ma just write this song for you on the spot and hopefully it can get you through all of your trouble and pain. A bitch like Michelle and Gabriella get the moan your name. But when she black, do she really get treated the same? It never failed. This gon' happen when... How many times do we gotta tell you how this shit go? Y'all so quick to get these white bitches the money and the fame. Lead the black women with handling the trauma and the pain. Did your mama raise a hoe? Oh, your mama raised a bitch. Your mama raised a nigga who be thinking now shit sticky and she lying and you crying, we can tell. But that's what happened when you tell a white bitch. That's my Michelle. So Shannon Sharpe, you go get Michelle and you go tell her ass to go to court and fight with your ass. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to. You want to spread your love and well on you down bad and dogging your motherfucking ass, but you want to come over here when you need somebody to fight for you, somebody to talk for you, somebody to speak up for you, somebody to back you up. Well, you back them up. Face. That bitch knows she lying and that bitch knows she wrong. But that's between you. Leave us alone.
You know, anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. You're going to do it.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell.
And since we here talking, Shannon Sharpe and these text messages and the allegations against him, I just want to go on record and say that black men are the real bedwenches of the black community. And over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's proven. I exist in a lot of areas of social media. When it comes to race play behavior, black men, whether they engage with other men, whether they engage with the opposite sex, no matter what they're doing, it is prevalent in kink spaces. Black men, as much as they make it seem as if they're engaging with non-black women in order for some retribution for slavery, no, they are doing slavery reenactments, okay? That's one. Two, we have to find a space to start unpacking how colorism affects the way that men navigate the world, not in regards to how they navigate women due to colorism, but how colorism has affected them and how they lean into specific tropes within how the world navigates them through colorism, and they turn it into a part of their armor and a part of the way that they see a benefit to themselves, and they think because they've done that, they aren't being harmed by colorism. When you look at Korn online, there is a huge space of black men who only shoot with white women, who have white husbands who are cucks for them, and they are doing this bull content. And again, because they're the ones polarizing these women, everyone thinks this shit is cute. You are engaging in real-time slavery just for a better check. And having lived in the South and seeing how colorism shows up in the South with darker-skinned black men and the difference, how I'm interpreted as light-skinned to people here in the South. I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I do not consider myself to be light-skinned. I have a sister. My sister Katrina is. I have a sister who's light-skinned. I ain't light-skinned, right? Those messages from the jump were, one, it was clear that he was paying a coin to engage with this person, which ain't a problem. I am a huge proponent of many other things that men come to me about are things they should be paying people to do. And I think it's lovely and amazing when y'all are actually engaging with the economy the way you're supposed to when it comes to foolery and when it comes to labor. But it was transactional from the jump. And if it's transactional from the jump and from the jump, race and all of these other tropes within race foolishness are involved, that for me says that a part of the compensation was you engaging and speaking that way. Yeah. And I would gather, and also that's why he likes younger women. That's why he likes younger women. And the sad part is this lawsuit is likely foolishness. It's the same attorney who was behind the stuff with Jay-Z. And that's not me saying that somebody did something or somebody didn't do something. I'm saying that this attorney is known for conjuring spells, and because it likely will fall dust to the side, people aren't going to dive into. There are pieces of this where someone needs to sit down with Shannon Sharpe and say, you too old for this. Your platform is too large, and you don't look the way that people need to look to get away with some of the behavior you're engaging in. And had you not been someone who, probably because you were in the NFL, people have trained you how to cover your butt, this might have got you. Because 10 seconds later, the white men were on, it was either CNN or somewhere else, and your colleagues were trying to read you about this. So, in closing, race play is very prevalent with black men. Very prevalent. And the very bed wenches that black men purport black women to be when they engage with white men are the bed wenches that they are and they have been. I don't know what was in the secret sauce of slavery that would charge black men to, again, I made that video to be fascinated with whiteness the way that they are. Be fascinated with whiteness the way that they are. But I'll close with, if they gon' illegal and they go ahead and take loving too. Let it be the Hunger Games out here, because you're gonna gag at the number of black men who are gonna give up their lives for some white checker pudding.
The universal Delilah is no dummy. Why you kikiing with him like it's so funny? In real life, you the modern day Samson. The one she calls tall, dark, and handsome. The same woman Emmett Till should've ran from. I'm trying to make you understand something. When you dealing with a pink toe or vanilla wafer, she'll lie and say a big black gorilla rape. Don't forget about Mr. Jonathan Majors, who you saw on video trying to escape. We living in a snow bunny crisis. Snow bunny crisis.
You didn't date her mom. Why you go for the...
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You
Wow.
can be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.